Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Tie with another new bullish crypto analysis. Let's dig in and take a look at Bitcoin's technical analysis. We have the trading view chart here on the weekly time frame, and what we have here is that these are the notes from the last video. I left them so that we can and discuss what was talked about and how it moved. So last time we had a yellow, a white candle or green candle here, and we just printed a new white candle for this week. So that's very positive. And last time we said that the rating I gave this weekly chart last time was bullish, so it's right here. So that's good. Okay. So new white candle. We're still in the descending triangle. If it continues in this path, it'll break through this resistance line on the descending triangle, which would be positive. But if it goes down, then it will be bearish. The Bollinger Band, we're still near the bottom of the Bollinger Band. So we can get rid of this guy. And put in the new one. So it's continued to look bullish with the second green candle. The weekly candle is at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, and it's above the highest volume trading level. So this is the highest trading level right here, and it's bullish right now. Let's go below and see what's going on down here. Previously, I said that the white J line of the KDJ indicator is below the K and the D line and still trending up. And if it continues to go up, it'll be it'll be bullish if it continues to go up, bearish if it flattens out. Well, let's see what it did. Cool stuff, huh? I had to prepare all this stuff in advance. Well, the white J line here, this line right here, I should turn on my highlighter for you. So this white J line here, it was curving up, and you can see that it continues to trend up, and it's close to touching the bluish K and the reddish D line. And if it bounces off that and curve back down, that's bearish. But if it continues to penetrate the other two lines, it'll be bullish. It looks like it will penetrate the other two lines. Yeah, but the slope is kind of lessened now. So it might just go up slightly and back down again. And that's what we have here. Previously on the MACD, I said that the MACD white line is still trending down below the red signal line and showing more of a bearish trend. And it's still doing that, but it's leveling off slightly. So let's put in the new one. It says the MACD white line is still trending down, but flattening out below the red signal line, showing a more bearish trend. So it's continued that trend, but you can see from bar to bar, it's getting lighter. So it could, what this is showing is that it's becoming more bullish, but it's still bearish. So if it continues this trend, it'll bottom out and curve back up, and then these bars will get lighter. Histogram bars will get lighter. Let's move down at the RSI, CVD, and momentum indicator. Previously, all three were still trending down. I'm sorry. Previously, all three were trending up. And it, let's see what notes I have for that now. So they are still continue to trend up. You can see it, but the slope is really flattening out here. You can see that. Yeah, it's flattening out. It's still bullish, but it's flattening out. So we'll see what happens. So my rating for this is still bullish. Two green candles in a row or white candles in a row. It's looking pretty good, but I have a feeling that it might taper off. This is on 1 day in the week, so we have more days to go. What I think is going to do is going to taper off and then maybe consolidate sideways a little bit. We'll see. Let's take a look at the other charts. Let's go to the daily. And these are all previous notes too. My last rating for the daily was a crab and a bull, because I anticipated some crabbing to the side and potentially bullish. And it printed bullish because it was a red candle, but now it's green or white. But we're still young in the day, so we'll see. So last time I said 1/3 of the Bollinger, the candle was near the 1/3 of the Bollinger Band. Here's the top of the Bollinger Band. Here's the bottom. So it's near more towards the oversold, but it's approaching the middle point, which is kind of like no man's land. And the last red candle was a small, tiny body one. Let's see what notes I have for it now. Look at that. BCT on the daily chart continues to consolidate slightly up in the descending channel. So we have the descending channel here, and it's consolidating up, so that's positive. 7 of the 9 candles are bullish, meaning green or white. So that's good. Let's go down to here. What I said last time remains true today. KDJ continues to fan up. You can see all the white line leading the blue and the red line, and all three are going up. And you can see the J line, which is the white line here, it's going up a very steep slope. So I gave it 2 bears now. Down below, let's take a look at the MACD. I don't think this has changed much either. Nah, I didn't update it at all. The white MACD line crossed above the red signal line, but the bar heights are still short. That's bullish, but still very weak signal. So a weak bull. Haven't changed that at all. Let's go down below. Previously, I said the RSI and CVD started to trend down, and that was bearish. The momentum indicator was flattening out. So the RSI is the red, CVD is the aqua line. They were trending down, but they changed their direction right there. And let's see what the new updated note says. RSI and MAMA are turning up. You can see that red right here, turning back up. The momentum indicator is the white. It's like almost vertical. See that? Let me zoom in for you. See the momentum indicator, almost vertical. Here's RSI red, right, turning up, and the CVD, cumulative volume delta, is also turning up. So that's looking pretty cool. And that's the new one. Here's the previous rating I gave it. I'm gonna stick by that still. It was crab and a bull. So wait a minute, that's the, oh, hang on. No, that's right. Yeah, I would anticipate it to like continue to trend up slightly, and so I still stick with the crab and the bull. We'll see how the day ends, and we'll go from there. Let's go take a look at the hourly chart. Okay, on the hourly chart, previously I gave it a bull, and well, bam. Good call there. Rally up. In fact, for the last 14 hours, it's been creeping up after this big, huge red candle drop here. That was like, I think it was like it's like 1.1k drop right here. And so previously right here, price riding at the horizontal channel resistance line, it could turn resistance to support. So it was right in here. It did turn so right here. Let's update that one. The new one. BTC had a giant red candle yesterday with a 1.1k drop. Oh yeah, 1.1k drop. There you go. And have been trending up in the past 14 hours. It rallied at the stock market opening. You can see the right here. All techs, a lot of the tech sectors rally as well, so that's positive for the stock market. And it's now riding at the previous channel resistance. Here's the channel resistance. Here's the bottom of the channel support. It went up, clear this, and it's riding right here. And that's strange how this works out. Like, you know, we drew this channel of resistance back then, and now it went above and just kind of like going sideways. And we have a pretty decent candle right now on the hourly. And it's sitting at 37.6k roughly. What do I think it's gonna do? I think it's gonna consolidate, crap sideways like this on the new channel resistance level, and it's gonna use it as support. Then it's gonna make its way back down here, and it's gonna consolidate some here, and then it'll decide if it's gonna go up or down. I still strongly believe that the low 30s are still possible, and also the high 20s are still possible, because nothing has shown that we can sustain these kind of moves. And you can see that it went up here, dropped back down. You know, it's not sustained. We don't have any clues that it's sustainable yet. Let's go. And the Bollinger Band. Oh yeah, it's at the top of the Bollinger Band now. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. It's at the top. I'm not surprised by this at all, by this move. That is at the top. Let's go down below and look at the KDJ previously. And again, the hourly chart can move really fast. So some of these notes here can quickly change within an hour or more. Previously, I said that the white J line is creating waves that are much smaller, that are getting smaller and smaller as it cycles up and down across the blue K and the red D line. Shows little interest or waiting. And, you know, like you can see that here. And there was a chart, two trend lines here that converge. And you can see the waves get smaller and smaller. When you see that happen, it's almost like consolidation. When you see consolidation or like the waves getting smaller and smaller, it's going to explode. And that's exactly what it did. Eventually, it exploded. And I often say consolidation and boredom leads to a big move to the upside or the downside. And that's exactly what it was doing. It was tapering down into a point here and exploded. Boom. Okay, let's update this guy. So let's see what I made notes here for the new one. So currently, the white J line rose above the blue and the blue K and the red D line in the last 14 hours. Now it's trending down, and all three lines are pinched together. You can see the pinched together. You see that? I made these notes before, like an hour ago, but now instead of trending down through the blue K and the red D line, it bounced off of it because of this big candle right here. See that? It's moving. This is so cool to see it live. So instead of going all the way down, it bounced off of it and went back up. But here's something you got to consider. You look at this whole timeline here. This is back at 126. So January 26th. So it's been at least 4 or 5 days. And we're at the top of the range right here. See that right here? That's top of the range. and we're near the top of the range. The most it can bounce up is slightly up here, and eventually it's going to come down. That's what I think. It's unlikely to shoot up some more. You know, max pain price today, I believe, is 37 or 38. So we're above the max pain price for options. So I think this is temporary. It's going to consolidate or drop back down into this zone, and then we'll see. I think highly likely it's going to test this channel resistance down here. But it'd be cool if it continues to go up. So let's go down to the MACD. Previously, MACD average slope has been trending down with a more bearish bars. Well, that was way back here. I mentioned that back here. Okay. So let's go get rid of the old notes and let's pop up the new notes. Well, there we go. MACD had a big upswing. You can see that. It was back here. It went down. It was trending down. And then swooped up. Changed from red bars to white bars or green bars in your chart. And it looks like it's peaking the top. So if you look at the range here. So here's the top. See that? See the line going to the top? Here's the bottom. Bottom would be here. It's way beyond the top and it's shooting straight up. You see that? Is that sustainable? I don't think so. I don't think so. So this white candle here is causing this tremendous rise in the white MACD line, and these bars here, you can see they're white, the histogram bars are tapering down already, and I expect them to probably, if this continues for the next few hours right here, this could continue. The bars will have the same size going sideways and it will be grayish, but eventually it'll just taper down and flip. That's what I expect. Let's go down to the red RSI, the aqua CVD, and the white momentum or MOM indicator down below here. Previously, I said that RSI was trending down, and it was. This is back where that was. RSI was trending down here, and CVD and momentum are trending slightly down. You can see that back here, leading to that point. Well, what has happened since? Let's get rid of this note and pop up a new one. So the last 14 hours, RSI and CVD and MOM turned it up. Well, that's pretty obvious here. It went boom. But CVD and MOM are flattening out. That's the aqua line, CVD, and the momentum indicator is flattening out. And this was an hour ago when I created this. But you can see the momentum indicator is shifting, turning back up again, the white line. There's a little spike right there. RSI is still on a steep slope. Look at that. Boom. Yep, it's on a steep slope. So, in my opinion, it's going to level off. This, you see, it's already dropping right here. The wick on the top of the candle is already dropping. It's going to drop back down to here. It's bound to happen. So I gave it a crab right here. I gave its top one a crab because I anticipated to level off and trend sideways. And that's why I gave a crab here, and a crab and a bear here. So let's the rating, the old rating was bull, and we got that right. Let's take a look at the new rating. Here's the old rating, turn that off. Here's the new rating. Oh, I gave it. I'm saying that it's gonna go crab sideways and then it's gonna go bearish. So it's gonna go crab sideways and then I don't know how many hours, but it's gonna go back down and that'll be bear. It's just not sustainable. That pretty much covers our chart on TradingView. Let's take a look at the heat map from bookmap.com. You can see here that big giant drop from here, right there, yesterday, and then it slowly rose up. And these are pretty organic. I mean, like, they're not giant bubbles. Here is some giant bubbles right here. That was 455 on that bubble. Yeah, that's different. But it turned it up, and then here you can see some sell-offs here, and then It just trended up. I think this to me looks pretty organic. This one is a huge one, 593. Wow. Yeah, this looks pretty organic here. As the market was opening and people were buying, you don't see like big giant ones in consecutive orders, except for right here, And now it's been consolidating sideways. And you can see right here, the price lines right here at 38.5K. You can see a spoof wall down here trying to prop it up, but there's nothing much on top pushing it down. So that's interesting. Let's zoom out and take a look. When you zoom out and take a look, you can see like more spoofing here on top, pressing it down. But you can see further up, you can see the spoofing walls here, right here at around 39. That's pretty thick. I don't think this group of people don't want it to go down. The group of bears here don't want it to go up. And the wall right under it is pretty thick too. So, both the bears on top pushing it down, bulls on the bottom pushing it up, and we'll see what happens. But you can see this level right here disappeared. See that? Pretty much disappeared. It was red, got redder, and then disappeared. And this level up here, the cell wall up here, disappeared. It's still lightish here, but the red and the orange disappeared from here. Let's go down. So we're pretty much clear all the way down to 33. So previously we had some walls here, but they're no longer there. So you can see it got lighter and lighter and lighter. Down below that, 32 got a little wall here. 31 got a little wall there. A thick wall still remain. A thick buy wall remains at 30K, and below that 29.5, and a thicker wall at 29, 28. 21, 25, 21, and 20. So we still have these walls down here. Not much up on top though. Yeah. Oh, well, this one here that just came in at weird at roughly 47.2, 47.3. And that's weird. I mean, like, we have one at 50 here. It got kind of thick here. I think this one right here went up to here. You can see this very similar in size and color. Yeah, I'm not going to look any further because until we get up there, it's not worth looking. So that's how we're looking on the heat map and the charts. I appreciate your time. I hope that was helpful for you. If you found value, please leave a comment. And go ahead, smash the like, ring my bell, and hit subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in the next video later today. Take care.